Why you wanna run away? Why you gotta be afraid?
Hello, happy Thursday. We are in the McDonald's drive-thru. I would say today's the last actual real day of school that we're doing anything curriculum or educational wise. I had a very disappointing morning. I made my version of the Caribou Turtle Mocha and I was out of milk. So I had to use soy, and that's not the best. The soda fridge at school is totally out, and that's understandable. So I got myself a large Coke, and then I got a Para, and then a General Ed Para, a Diet Coke, because they were both complaining yesterday about not having any Cokes, and I got myself a sausage biscuit. So today's the last day of school. The past couple of days, we've been doing a lot of fun things. Yesterday, 4th and 5th grade was on a field trip, so kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd did a lot of STEM activities. And then last Friday, we had a full school, kind of like a carnival field day event sort of thing, where we were all doing different activities. So here's a couple clips and pictures of things that we were doing.
Why you wanna run away? Why you gotta be afraid? I wish I could make you stay. Baby, I love you. Why you tryna break us up when I'm tryna build it up? I wish I could make you stop, cause baby, I love you. Guess I'm gonna dance alone tonight. I'm gonna miss your body. You know I can never get it right without you. No, I don't wanna step into the light if I don't get you, shawty. You bring out the sweetness of my life.
Put your straw down.
Then you just roll on top of the water.
In your mouth. Put the straw in your mouth. Now, go over here. Over here. All really fun things that the kids really enjoy. But today is the last day of school. And you know what that means. Putting everything I own in the hallway. I'm not going to do any time-lapsing just because depending on what time this is happening at, there's people out and about or talking to me, and then I can listen to my music. But don't worry, when my room is done this summer, I'm going to time-lapse as I put the things back and reorganize just because that's what I enjoy. And then I can get things perfectly, whereas right now I'm not necessarily caring about how it looks when it's going in the hallway. It's just a matter of getting it somewhere somewhat organized so that I can put it back the way I want it next year. So without further ado, let's get into this. Time to clean things up. Back to the hallway we go because they are going to wax my floors and try to fix some of this. Will it be fixed? I don't know, but that means everything's got to go in the hallway again. It's fine. I'm used to it. So this is what I'm doing first because this is the easiest thing and it really makes the room look empty when this corner is cleaned out. So I'm putting these in the hallway so if they've got their label and both rings are on, then it's great. Some of them are like this where I have the rings but I don't know where the thing is. So sometimes I just hope it's in here somewhere. Otherwise I'll print another one. And then others are like this one where they just need a little dot saver tape thing and then it'll be able to put back on. So that's what we're working on right now. Okay, library land is pretty much picked up. This giant beanbag is usually under there. I'm not going to bother with the closet, but I am going to have one of the paras try to tidy it up because a lot of it's just like popsicle sticks and jingle bells and beads and stuff that have escaped their actual container. Yeah, we're all clean over here. I'm going to do this little section right here, and then I'm going to go home. We have a full work day tomorrow, and then mostly it'll be just me and my two paras packing this stuff up and going to the hallway. But the nice thing is, pretty much everything is in containers because I've done this for so many years now that it goes by pretty quickly. Whenever I see little ants like this, I know some kid over here has some food. Yep, there we go. And there's probably more in one of these. Thank you, children. So the obnoxious thing about all of our dishes being out like this is because a child had food out. There's now ants all under here. I'm imagining that there could be ants in the dishes now. I mean, I'm not seeing any, but that's not positive. Everything that's food-wise is in containers like that, so like oils and flours, but it's still gross. I mean, like, these aren't even open. So I was gonna go home, but then I decided I'm just gonna do this entire wall because I have one little section right here, and now I'm really itchy because I feel like there's bugs on me. Ugh. Anyways, this is like the free time indoor recess game stuff, so I'm just gonna put that in the hallway, get that done, and then I'll go home and maybe I can figure out where the ants are coming from. I mean, imagine they were digging around in this wall this summer because, you know, future home of an oven right here, so it's probably somewhere on this wall. It's fine. Okay, so here, these are normally under the smartboard. Books are all in the hallway except for the ones I need to add labels to. I've emptied basically everything on this wall. This is just randomness. You can see the little dirt trail from where my shelves used to be. My little friends, the ants, future home of the oven. Here we have, you know, lots of nice dirt, some holes in the floor where I'm sure my friends, the ants, came from. It's fine, it's fine. So tomorrow's task is everything else. We got this. No big deal. I've done it before, and we've never had a day dedicated to getting our report cards done. All the years prior, it's been just a mad rush for me at the very end of the day, the minute the kids are gone, and I stay until it's done. So it's like 6 hours. So taking my time, I can organize. So I have a list of things that I've written down that I want the parents to work on while I'm doing more moving tomorrow. So the fact is, I basically have 9 hours plus whatever time extra I want to finish this room up. Have people helping me organize, people that'll help me move if I want it, but I'd honestly prefer to do it myself. So that's what I'm hoping, is that my pairs will be busy with the things that I'm finding for them to do. I'll show you that in a second. And then I can do all of the moving of the curriculum and the materials, just so I can put it nicely the way I want it. This is my yard Jenga I'm taking home. I really broke this. This is what the food and all that used to be on, so it's just garbage. So right here we have, that's all classroom library books. This is like stuff that's in the classroom library corner. This is, as I said, indoor recess games. You can see it's all grouped by stuff, so it's easy to put it back. Emptiness, that's the rest of the library. And then on this side, I did, this is the writing center, and then social skills stuff and foundation stuff. And then this right here is everything that was off of one of the whiteboards. And then this is off of the other whiteboard and some of the tech stuff. So it looks like a lot, but it's really well organized because I've done this for so many years. So right now there's already a load in there that I'm gonna have the para start when she gets here, of just like weighted blankets and just dish towels and stuff like that. So we'll do at least 2 loads, because the one that's in there now, and then this is 2 chunks of the nugget couch, and then the other 2 chunks are in a different classroom, and those need to be washed as well. Empty the student pencil boxes into the rolly drawer. This year each kid had their own pencil box, and I had 14 kids, and honestly my 4 students that were in here all the time are really the only ones that need their own pencil box. Everybody else could just come over here and grab a scissors or the color markers that they want. They don't need a dedicated box because they're not in here using materials all that often. Like most of my students, they're in here for like 30 minutes of reading, 30 minutes of math, or like 20 minutes of social skills. They don't need their own dedicated box. And it's just a lot for me to handle when there's, you know, random yellow markers floating around. I don't want to figure out whose box it is. I just want to throw it back in the marker drawer. So that's a change I'm doing for next year. Well, now it'll be 3 because 1 went to middle school. Only the 3 kids that are in here, like typical self-contained, are going to have their own box. So yes, empty all the pencil boxes into the rolly drawer, throw away the broken crayons. I have plenty of crayons, don't want anything that's in halves. Full crayons for the win. Peel off the alphabet stickers from the flat tackle box. So that's this. It used to have magnetic letters in it, and now those are in something else. And I've just literally had this box for maybe 2 years floating around. Never got rid of it because I knew it'd come in handy. And well, yes, it does. So I've decided I'm moving my holiday erasers into the flat box, aka tackle box. Up here I have 3. I use these dish towels. I use these erasers for a lot of just math manipulatives, so like arrays, counting. I'll do it for like sensory activities, but I have a lot up here, And I found that I use the holiday ones the most, and then maybe like the back to school ones. So I'm gonna keep 2 up here that are just like normal, maybe even 1 depending on how many I fit into the box. And I need this bin right here for some of my foundations tiles because I want to reorganize those. So all the holiday-ish ones are going to go into that tackle box. And then this bin right here is going to be empty. And if you're familiar with foundations at all, you basically use these tiles, these tile boards to build letters. And when students lose their letters, most of the time they end up magnetized and they're stuck to a chair or a table. And it's a big pain in the butt to go over and mess around in my bags of letters to find the tile they need. So I started this earlier this year, and each different like digraph or vowel team has its own little drawer. So I'm going to have someone take that extra one, finish out the sorting of all of this, and then make little labels to go on each one of these. So that'll take a while, but it'll be something I can use because it really, really annoys me when I pull out a tile board and I'm looking for, you know, just a quick activity, and then I'm missing a letter, and then I come over here, can't find it. It's a time waster. I want to streamline, organize. Green salt back into the bag. The sensory activity we were doing, well, I'd say this week, but really it was only today. This is salt that I dyed green, which is a whole interesting situation. All the flower shapes were hidden in the salt, so then I'd have the students find the flowers and then put them on the correct card. So the salt has to go back in the bag, flowers have to go back in their home. If you watched any of my summer videos, I had the salt in just 2 bags like this, and then a mouse or something got into it, and I had salt all over the gym in the cabinet. So I had this bucket left over from my old classroom, and we used to have a little bit of a leak problem. So I just put the salt in the bucket just to make sure where there's not salt spillage. So that's something someone's gonna work on. Sound partner books need to go back into the correct boxes. Sound Partners is an intensive intervention, but you can also use it as just like a quick, easy, not necessarily a leveled book, but something to do with the students if they need a quick read. The only pet peeve of mine is it's really only black, white, and blue, and there's not a lot of color. If we come over to this mess, there's the manual for it, and then I had a student that was using a lot of the books, so the books just need to go back where they belong, aka that box. Rainbow unit needs empty bin from under the stage. So under the stage is where I keep all my bins like this. The rainbow one is from Made For Me Literacy Level A. We did it a couple weeks ago, and it's just been sitting under my smartboard, so it needs to be in the bin. Dishes reorganized. Eventually all these dishes fit into those 3 bins, and I'm sure it's just a matter of moving things around, and then it'll work. See the bookcases. I'm not boxing up the books, which is really the only change from this year compared to in the past. In the past, I'd be putting these in like a Sterilite tote, but I'll just clean the bookcase myself sometime this summer when the room is done, because that is quick enough to just pull the books off, wipe the shelf, and then put it back. So the books need to go back where they belong because it looks messy.